All right, so let's take a look at this problem number 15. Um, they're giving us information about a circle and asked us to write the equation in standard form. So let's do that. If I think about what this circle looks like, let's just do a sketch real quick. I'm not even really going to place it on an axis. If I go to the left and then up, if I go to the right and then down. So let's say that this is a circle, and let's say that this is the center of that circle, and this point has coordinates of 2, -1, and this point -4, 7. All right, so there's my center of my circle. Well, that if I can find the distance between these 2 points, that's the diameter, and I know the radius is half of the diameter. So I know that from geometry, the length of a line segment, the distance between 2 points, that you subtract the y coordinates and square it, and you subtract the x coordinates and square it, add them together, and then take the square root of that. So let's do that. We'll go ahead and keep that d. The d typically in geometry means distance. For this problem, it means the diameter. And if we subtract our y values, if we label this point 0.1, label this point 0.2, it really doesn't matter which ones we call 1 and 2. It'll just help us keep straight. And even the order of subtraction is forgiving, because if you have a different order, it just changes the sign, and if you square it, you're going to get the same number anyway. So I've got, say, -1 -7. I'll square that. And then for the x coordinate for 0.2, I've got 2 minus a -4. That's the other x coordinate. And square that. And let's see what we get here. The -7, -1 minus 7 is a -8. And if I square that, I get 64. And here, when you subtract a negative, the double negative changes to positive. That's 2 plus 4, and that's 6, and 6 squared is 36. 64 plus 36 is 100, but the square root of 100 is 10. If the diameter is 10, then the radius is 5. All right, so now let's find the midpoint of this. See if I can erase this. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. All right. To find the midpoint, the coordinates of the center, I'm just going to average the x's and average the y values. So if I take -4, the x coordinate of 0.1, and I add the x coordinate of 0.2 and divide by 2, that'll be the x coordinate for my center. If I average the y values, if I take the 7 and add it to a -1 and divide it by 2, this will give me the coordinates of the midpoint of this line segment. Since it's a diameter, it passes through the center, I'll have the coordinates of the center. So -4 plus 2 is a -2 divided by a +2, and that's -1. And 7 plus a -1 is 6, and half of 6 is 3. So with this location of the center, with a radius of 5, we can easily write the equation of the circle. When I subtract a -1, we write it as addition. And I've got y minus 3. Don't forget to square the radius, and I get 25. And so there's the equation of my circle and the answer for this problem. Hope that helps, and I'll talk to you later.